Welcome to another edition of One Take Only. I am George Phillips with oilpressure.com. This is my good friend, John McClellan. John, first of all, how'd you get that scratch on your face?
I've got a very wonderful, rambunctious Labrador Retriever.
Well, so do I, but she's never scratched my face
Well,
like that.
my lab likes to jump on me and love on me, and
So that's your story.
when we're playing ball.
So that's your story.
That's the truth.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Been a lot of races since we got together.
I know it.
How many races do you think there have been since we got together?
Well,
4.
yeah, I was going to say 4.
Indianapolis 500, 2 Detroits, and Texas.
That's right.
So
And one guy won 2 races.
that's right. We'll go in reverse order. We'll go to Texas. We'll talk about Texas first. First question, did you think that was a pack race?
Yeah.
Okay. Second question, and I'm not so sure it was. It may have been. I'm not so sure.
At times it was.
I'm not sure what the true definition of a pack race is, but even assuming that it was a pack race, should IndyCar do anything about it?
Well, I mean, it just happened that way. It wasn't like, they like in the old days when they went for pack racing. They went for it. And
Yeah.
back when, Hornish and all those guys were doing it.
I think you're right, because I think that most people, now Will Power, who did actually win the race, he predicted that it would be a pack race, but most people thought that second groove in turns 1 and 2
It was going to come in.
they thought it would not come in, so they thought it was going to be a procession. But Will Power correctly predicted it would be a pack race. It was exciting.
Yeah, I was glad to see Rahal come out of all that undamaged and
Well, that's the key, because he was undamaged, but he was well off the pace pretty much all
he
night.
was all night long.
And still, what did he come in 4th?
4th.
And which is pretty remarkable. But he kept his nose clean, and
4th place is.
yeah, and that pays points.
That's right.
So
No, it doesn't. It's a sandwich and a slap on the back.
Okay, you read that somewhere, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
But
yeah, it does pay points though.
it does pay points. So not much money, but it does pay points. So do you think they need to do anything about it?
About what?
Pack racing.
Pack racing. Well, I don't think you're going to see it next year at Texas.
Why?
Well, they're going to that's a brand new track surface this year. So you got a year in there, and you've got these other races and on there, and that groove's coming in. The second.
Well,
groove.
coming in is what made it a pack race this time.
Well, I
Okay.
think that not only that too, they had a hard time finding a tire for that race too.
Good point. So anyway, personally, I enjoyed the race at Texas. I found it very entertaining, but we do have to keep one thing in mind. They got lucky. I know Sebastian Bourdais had some pretty critical things to say.
He sure did.
Several motorsports journalists said some things, people that are paid to be motorsports journalists.
Right. And they are. One guy is a real good motorsports journalist in my mind.
And but they
he was right.
But they think that IndyCar is sitting on a powder keg with these type of races. Quite honestly, I don't know. I'm not that much of I'm no engineer at all, but I don't know how you go about fixing it or preventing it. I know they tried it in 2009. 2009 at Texas was one of the most boring races I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
I think there were like 4 lead changes between Elio and Ryan Briscoe, and the pass for the lead happened with 52 laps to go in the pits. And to me, that's a snoozer. Mm-hmm. Now,
but you had that one several years ago when Ed Carpenter won, and he had a determined Will Power. Let's say if that was the if it had 2 more laps left, I think Will Power's going to get it. But
that was the race when tire degradation.
That's right.
Tire degradation was such the big buzzword. because those tires fell off quickly, and when Will Power put those new tires on his car, he was coming strong, but he just ran out of laps.
That's right, and that was a real racy night.
That was a good race, but I don't know. It seems like it's either feast or famine with Texas, and a lot of people say they should leave Texas. Personally,
No.
I don't think so.
Me too.
But I also don't want to see anybody injured severely or killed. So,
Well, we haven't really seen that.
we saw it in Las Vegas.
Yeah, but not at Texas.
Well, yeah, we have. We
Who
saw
got killed in Texas?
nobody got killed, but we saw Davey Hamilton with career-threatening injuries. We saw Kenny Breck with career-threatening
And
injuries.
we saw a lot of wrecks this past week. We also saw Sato go into the
grass, and
that was up to him. And you can say, well, we need an apron down there. The apron's not there, so drive on the concrete.
Yeah, Sato
Or the asphalt.
Sato messed up.
Yeah.
And not only did he mess up, but he also took out Scott Dixon
He sure did.
from a certain second place finish, possibly a win.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And I'm all for Sato. What a great Indy race
we'll
that
talk about
was.
Indy in a
But
minute.
still, he ran on the grass.
Yeah, he screwed up.
Nobody else did
Yeah,
that night.
that was boneheaded move on his
Oh.
part. So anyway, Texas still up for debate. A lot of people have strong feelings about it either way.
I tell you what, though, George, it's on the schedule, and it should be there forever. I think it's an outrageously viable race.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that IndyCar needs to be at COTA, Circuit of the Americas, in Austin?
I think they should be there, but I don't think they need to be there. It's
Well-
not a need,
Well, I think
but they should be there.
they should be there. Do you think that they should stay away from there just because Eddie Gossage is threatening?
No, I don't think that.
Okay,
I don't think
you and I
Eddie-
are in agreement on that.
Eddie Gossage, just Eddie.
Yeah.
That's up to Eddie to call that shot.
Well-
but if we're going to go to COTA and Eddie says no more Texas for you, well, he can cut off his nose to spite
Yeah,
his face.
I think that personally, I think IndyCar does almost need to be there. I think they definitely should be there because one could argue that is the premier road course circuit in North America. Road America might have something to say about that. A couple of other venues might have something to say about that. But right now, I mean, the fact that Formula One races there, but IndyCar does not race there, I think that causes a little bit of, I don't want to say lack of credibility, but it would bolster, IndyCar's image to race at Circuit of the Americas, I think.
Yeah, and that would be a really cool race to go to.
And I think so too. And the fact that Eddie Goss is just saying, nope, you can't race there in my place too. Well, I think IndyCar needs to call his bluff.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. I mean, he can't. That's a weekend that Eddie can't give up.
Yeah. So anyway,
And I can't see it affecting Texas either.
okay. Enough about Texas. Let's back up to the doubleheader at Detroit. Ram Rahal just completely dominated on Saturday and pretty well dominated on Sunday as well.
Fantastic,
Your thoughts?
too. Well, I think that I got to agree with whoever wrote that this is now the era of Rahal. It's,
Who wrote that?
well, Robert Miller wrote something
okay.
like that. But I've been waiting for him to really, bust out like that. Because I thought I've always thought he had it in
I know
him.
you've always been a
it's
Rahal
always
fan.
But it's been a team. That's a team sport, and that Rahal team, they put that together. It wasn't. I mean, Graham will tell you too. I mean, Graham's a great driver.
Yeah,
Damn good driver.
he's really. As you very well know, I was down on Rahal
Yeah, I remember.
for several years, but he's definitely coming around.
And his
showing
team is
maturity.
too.
He's showing maturity. The team is coming around.
They're going to get another car next year. That's their goal,
I know.
and I think they're going to do it. I think
And-
they'll do it. They'll get another car next year.
Personally, I'd like to see it be Oriole Serbia, but
Well, we'll see who
we'll
it is.
see.
Yeah.
But
But anyway, yeah, Graham Rahal, hats off to Graham for what a terrific. He did that on the Penske weekend. That's just, and that's fine. A big, nice
well, let me ask you
Honda
this:
engine.
what's your thoughts on Belle Isle even being on the schedule, and B, being the race immediately after the Indianapolis 500?
Okay. Well, it's something that we're living with right now, and we have for the past several years. It used to be Texas was the race, and then
Or
before that,
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee was, right? I know that Eddie Gossage would love to promote that the stars of last week's Indianapolis 500 are going to be here tonight, but I don't think that's got any play, as maybe one or two more people might
Well,
show up, but
personally, I think having Belle Isle just 6 days after the Indianapolis 500, which has been a great race for the last several years, I think it's an absolute momentum killer
now
to have
maybe it is.
Belle Isle on Saturday and Sunday, because the people that maybe have lost touch with IndyCar racing, they tune in, they see a great Indianapolis 500, and they think, wow, and then they see promos for a race in Detroit coming up, they don't know anything about it, and they make a point to tune in the next Saturday or Sunday or both, and they see just this absolute snooze fest. They're thinking, this is why I lost touch with IndyCar.
They could see Texas on that next Saturday night.
Yeah, and after an Indianapolis 500 followed by an exciting Texas race, then they're thinking, I need to follow this.
We're stuck with that because of Penske.
Well, you might be right, but I just think that Roger Penske is always talking about doing what's best for the series, and I think that's something that a lot of people might want to look at.
Right, but Belle Isle,
It sucks.
yeah, I like it. It's okay.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it. I don't like,
It is my least favorite track. It's my least favorite race to watch on the schedule. And lo and behold, they give us two of them.
Okay, well, that's Penske for you. Okay, let's go back to the Indianapolis 500. We'll revisit this Detroit situation. But Indianapolis 500, what did you think about it?
I loved it. I'm happy for Takuma Sato. He deserved it.
He was there. He's always been there.
It was a well-earned win. Personally, I've made no secret of it. In the closing laps, I was for Elio. I want to see Elio get that fourth win. I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people think that Elio doesn't belong in that
prestigious club.
Yeah, the club of three people. But you know what? Not to be morbid, but 10 years from now, there's probably going to be one of those still surviving. Maybe. And so
you want somebody else in there.
I want somebody else in there, and
well, it could one day in 10 years, who knows? It might.
Plus, I would like to see Elio win his fourth and possibly race for his fifth. You realize that in 1992 there were 3 drivers in the Indianapolis 500 that were racing for their fifth 500 victory.
Pretty awesome.
And the next year there were none. I take that back. Al Unser did run in the 93 500.
Well, that's pretty cool.
But I'm all about tradition and.
Well, what do you think about is getting changing the subject about Indianapolis? How about our F1 world champion,
Alonso?
I
thought he did well. Some people did not like the attention he was getting.
How could he not?
I had no problem with it,
yeah.
and he did. He may not have brought that much attention stateside. He brought a ton of worldwide attention to the Indianapolis 500.
Yes, he did. And he's a classy guy too.
Lewis Hamilton had his stupid comments.
Oh, Lewis Hamilton. I like what TK said, that it was only a 2-car race. You came in second.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but getting back just to Alonso, what a classy guy to see him when he was walking down the pits after his car conked out. Boy, I tell you, speaking of that, Andretti had his hands full with those Honda engines.
Talk about. See, to me, I thought when he was walking down the pits with his helmet on was the only time through the entire month of May that I thought he was slightly unclassy.
I saw him waving and everybody.
Take your helmet off.
He got into the stands the other day when he conked out.
You like that term, conked out?
Well, that's what he did. Those Honda engines aren't good to. I mean, listen, the guy had the race. Looked like he was going to be right there and winning the race. So did Ron Hunter-Reay. I thought it was going to be between those two.
You know, Hunter-Reay went out early.
He went out
even
early.
though like
Boy,
70 laps left.
But I'll tell you what, he was red hot as usual at the Indianapolis 500 until that happened.
Okay. What else?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Okay.
We
got to wrap this thing up. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, we got to speed it up.
Okay. Okay. We were talking about Belle Isle and road courses versus street courses, and we're talking about a street
Are we talking
course.
about that?
Well, we talk about a lot of things, but you know, there's a street course proposal for Nashville. What do you think about that?
So far as the actual track layout, I mean, they're racing around a football stadium in a parking lot.
Right.
It's a series of 90-degree turns.
There's one little, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm a fan just wanting to watch a very racy race, that's not going to be it. Having said that, first of all, as a Nashvilleian, I'm very much looking forward to that race coming, if it comes. I mean,
Right.
it's in the early stages.
It's in early stages.
But I think that it will look good on television. We saw how the Preds looked on television.
Sure.
And I think that, Nashville supported the IndyCar Oval that was 50 miles away from here. But, I think that they would support a downtown street race. It's actually kind of more in the Nashville's wheelhouse for being a downtown event. And I think it would look very good on television so far as the crowd, the support, the festivities. They're talking about there being a series of concerts starting on Wednesday, blah,
A
blah,
festival, a wine, and all
Yeah,
this.
so-
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool to me.
They're even talking about a drone race.
Yeah. Well,
But
I will be, in 2019, if I'm not retired, I'm going to take that week off.
well, I will certainly be there, and I'm all for it. I
Yeah,
know
I am
a
too.
lot of people are saying no more street races. Well,
Where are you going to put these cars?
if they're done right, not everybody's going to go to a Road America or a Barber that is. Barber's near Birmingham. Road America is not really near anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably 100 miles.
yeah,
Well, 75 to 100 miles from Milwaukee.
Right.
And it's remote. And this is one of those cases where you're bringing a race to the urban areas, and I think that it makes for a good mix of Indy cars. Just like Mid Ohio, it's not near anything.
No, it's not near anything.
And if you're going to stay there, you got to camp.
Yeah. Over here we got these hotels. We got downtown action at night.
And I can sleep in my own bed and go to the race.
Yeah, and that's going to be really cool. I'll tell you what, too. The thing about whatever somebody wants to do that weekend with a festival type deal, if they're going to buy a ticket to whatever the festival or the concert or whatever, that's just terrific. Great, good. Whatever drives them to that area and to downtown. By the way, too, one other thing, too, about they're making a big deal out of the way that Nashville came out for the Preds. That was 100% Nashville. Maybe some people from out of town and all that were out in the parking lots and all watching the Preds on television. But that was a Nashville.
Yeah.
That was Nashville.
Nashville can get behind an event.
Yeah, we've got a robust economy.
So anyway, getting back to the Indy 500 real quick.
Okay.
We know that the Honda did what they thought they would do. Some of them blow up, they did.
Mm-hmm.
But we also knew that they were going to be fast, and they were, and they won the race.
Last man standing.
Yeah. Does Chevy need to turn up the wick?
Yeah.
Okay. Simple enough.
Yeah. I mean, look. The next week, Honda won those two races too.
Yeah.
Chevy
Chevy did win Texas.
Chevy did win Texas,
So,
which is a big.
and this weekend we got Road America, which Chevy won last year with Will Power.
Okay.
So
I guess Will Power's feeling pretty good going into this race.
who do you think? Who do you pick for this week?
Okay. I'm gonna pick young Ray Hall.
Good pick. I haven't really given it much thought yet. You know who I'm going to go with? just because he's been he's been flirting with victory and just been hosed. Scott Dixon.
And there isn't a better guy.
And
he has been.
Remember, he was strong at that race last year when all of a sudden his car conked out on him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, you had Scott Dixon picked for Indianapolis.
Yeah,
He went out early, didn't he?
Well, he went out early, but it wasn't his fault.
No, it wasn't. That was too bad.
No, that was a scary
Yeah.
crash. So, anyway,
That would have been fun seeing him at the end. You know what he would do.
and what'd you think about Jim Cornelison?
I thought he was great. We want to see you again there next year, okay? Matter of fact, you know what? I think I'm going to sing that song for you.
No, I don't think
Oh.
he will.
Oh.
So we will just leave that. At that.
Yeah, you leave it alone.
But after I got home and got to really see it and enjoy it, I thought he did a great job. I think he should be the new regular. Let's not say he's going to be the new Jim Neighbors. He's going to be the new regular. At least I think
well,
he should be.
there were people singing it before Jim Neighbors. You know, it's just that it could be his time to sing it.
I think so. Anyway, got anything else?
No, I don't.
Okay. And I guess neither do I. I'm
Yeah.
looking.
Oh, you're going to Road America?
We're going to Road America.
Oh, you're all decked up. ready to
We
roll.
are leaving in the
Oh.
morning. It's going to be a travel day, and then we will be at the track. First thing Friday morning. We'll be there all week.
And then you're going
Excuse
to,
me, all weekend.
Then you're
And then
heading
then
over
we're going to go on a little secret vacation,
Yeah.
just away,
Yeah,
away
just
for a while.
go have fun.
Yes. So, anyway, last chance. Got anything?
No, I don't. Other than the fact that I'm looking for the rest of the season.
Me too. Anyway, for John McClellan, I am George Phillips with OilPressure.com. Thank you for watching.